things on the show tonight with the pretty much the theme throughout the whole night, Hardy's Revenge. As Jeff Hardy was going to return tonight to go against James Storm in a cage or whatever lethal lockdown match, as they kicked off the show with James Storm and Koya having a Revolution flag out there. And Storm talked about, so it's supposed to be Hardy's Revenge, but Hardy's not even here, he says. And the Revolution stands tall. And he talked about Jeff and how he's always jumping off of stuff, and now they had to end him in a hospital room. And pretty much he had a watermelon in his hand. He took and pretty much had that watermelon, threw it outside the cage, busting Jeff Hardy's head open. And pretty much he said he's going to destroy Jeff Hardy. I wish he never came back. And he said he done something nobody else ever could pretty much could done, so he couldn't walk. That he sent him into those steel steps off that cage. And steel cage and stuff. But Jeff Hardy's music kicked in. He was here. He said creatures of the night and stuff, and he talked about Hardy and everything. He says, yeah, I can't walk right and everything, but I can still kick your ass, Storm, he says. He was going to take out James Storm. And he talked about the creatures. He misses the TNA fans and everything. And pretty much when Jeff was walking up to the thing, Storm told him to hold on. Manic attacked him, and then Jeff Hardy twisted faded him, twisted fade Manic out the picture. Then Abyss attacked him and tried to hit him with a chair, but Jeff Hardy took the chair and beat the hell out of Abyss with it. And pretty much Hardy says he can't help you. He can't help you. None of these guys can help you. And he said lower the roof controller guy. And pretty much it was a long time for it came out. So it's a lethal lockdown. That since it was a roof on the cage with a whole bunch of weapons, so that was gonna happen. We went to the back of the beatdown clan, talked the X Division title. I guess how to explain Samoa Joe. Well, Samoa Joe's gone, and I don't know. Well, Joe's gone, and it's sad that they lost Joe. Pretty much, you know, but tragically they gotta make another statement tonight. They said so that was gonna happen. Promo was alright. So they would save Hardy for later, but the promo was alright. Storm was in the back, yelling at Koya and everything. And he said, you take him out. If you fail to take him out, I will take you out, he says. And he was like, yeah. He did some crazy hollering thing in the back then. Also, they talked about, well, pretty much up next was the X Division title on the line. Rockstar Spud versus Low Key. As the match pretty much went on, the Beatdown Clan tried to intervene, but Drew McIntyre came out and was able to distract him. Or, I'm sorry, Drew Galloway. Don't say McIntyre. And pretty much he distracted Low Key as Spud got the roll up and everything, and pretty much Spud pretty much started Galloway up the ramp then. So that happened. And by the way, TNA is back in the Impact Zone, Orlando, Florida. So hey, I guess it kind of feels good to be back in the Impact Zone, even though it's, you know, a new Impact Zone now. MVP pretty much was in the ring there, the Beatdown Clan, calling everybody flat scams as usual. Talking about you want to do your little right way campaign, Galloway, but the BDC does what they want. And he says, we took you out, we hit you with that pipe last week, that threw it at your head. And he says, you're going to get BDA, and there's these flat scams will only able to help you. And we'll start slapping around some of these flat scams and low lifes and deadbeats and stuff. Drew came out there and talked about it, started stand up for wrestling, he says. And pretty much he had a t-shirt that said it also with the front saying the Rising for some reason. And he asked the audience who here likes professional wrestling. And everybody cheered for himself, and they're tired of the BDC shoving things down our throats, he says. Even though he said that last week, pretty much he told everybody to stand up and everything. And he says it was a rising and everything. And Kenny King says, you're like William Wallace and everything. You're going to lose at the end. But, and pretty much guys say, you've never seen Braveheart, I guess, then. But they never give up. And then Low-Key started hollering at him. Then after that, some two guys jumped in the ring. I believe they said it was Camacho that was in the ring. And they were called the Rising, Drew Galloway says. Pretty much he says professional wrestling stand up. So these two guys, and he said one was Camacho, pretty much got in the ring and beat the BDC and threw him out of the ring then. They played the Awesome Kong package before Kong went against, before she went against Brooke Tessmacher. which was an alright match. It was good. Kong got the win. Everybody started explaining Errol Hebner did right after the match, trying to roll her. Well, she rolled Brooke towards Kong for some reason. And after pretty much Kong hit 2 implant busters, she was going to put her through a table and everything. Well, I guess it was the roll out of the ring, roll her in the ring. I still want to see that. I have to look back to that Earl Hebner clip. But the roll out of the ring, roll in the ring, pretty much she's going to put her through a table, but Terrence Terrell came out and pretty much brawled with Kong. She had a good offense on her and knocked her out of the ring. But Kong pretty much dodged and then the steel steps and ended up big-ass power bomb through the table, destroying Terrell as everybody started chanting TNA, TNA to him. So it was a good match. Well, Jeff Hardy was also in the backstage. He's going to take out a Revolution, and then he's going to take out James Storm tonight until Koya attacked him from behind, beating him up, pretty much hollering all over the place and trying to take out Jeff Hardy. But Jeff Hardy took it last, started beating him with it, hit him like three bots, said, "Stay down, stay down, I dare you to get up again." Pretty much Jeff Hardy kept beating him with bottles every time he kept getting back up. So Hardy took him out. Kurt Angle came out as he was the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He thanked the fans throughout the years of his career because he is now a 14-time champion. He hasn't been TNA champion in about over 3.5 years now. And yeah, this one fit his body, his life, his personal life, and his wrestling life. But he wanted to thank the fans that he can now defend the World Heavyweight title. That's one of the most proudest moments of his career. Is once again becoming a World Heavyweight Champion. EC3 came out with Tyrus talking about he should be getting a title shot next, and you beat the Destroyer lastly. But he says you didn't go 18 months undefeated like him and beat and he said he pretty much beat 3 TNA Hall of Famers, Sting, Bully Ray, and Kurt Angle in the ring, and that he deserves a title shot. And he heard him say he put the wrestling business on notice last week, and that he's coming and pretty much going for the world title. He's taking over. And Angle pretty much questioning EC3, you think you can do that, huh? Rude came out then, Bobby Roode, talking about he deserves a title shot, but he never got a fair title shot after everybody been stealing the title from him, and he respected Angle, and this is his moment, but he gets the title shot. Eric Young came out, which is still a feud now, with him and Bobby Roode saying like, Bobby, you're a loser. And everything, but Bobby, you're a loser and everything, but pretty much say he beat Eric Young many times and times, but he keeps coming back. He says nobody gets him to hold the fate of the world title unless you go through him. Austin Aries came out, talking about you let him talk about fate of the world title and all this stuff, but he says pretty much he's kind of the fate in a way, because after that people started chanting Aries, and he took out the case. He had some champagne in there. And pretty much just a celebration room for Kurt. But who could it be a celebration for? They said could it be a celebration for Kurt? It could be for Austin Aries tonight. And pretty much he just shook his hand and everything. And pretty much Kurt Angle says he'll face anybody in that ring. Bobby Lashley came out there saying like he won the title shot. I want my rematch. I get a rematch on these guys. Other guys in the ring get one. And Kurt says, you want to reset Bobby? You want a rematch next week? Let's do it. We'll do it right now. He said. And pretty much security at the whole both Kurt Angle and Bobby Lashley back, and everybody started brawling in the ring. Then Anderson came out for the save, made a 6-man tag match with Aries, Bobby Roode, and Mr. Anderson versus Tyrus, EC3, and Eric Young. EC3 and them got the win, well, clean win with a figure 4 leg lock on Aries in the ring. So it was actually a clean win right there for the heels. After the 6-man tag, it was good. Bram came out this week, pretty much says he called Magnus a coward. He's a coward. You hide behind your family. You hide behind your wife and everything. Until Magnus and Mickey James came out. As Magnus said, Mickey has more balls than you, and pretty much Magnus went at his kid then and told him that, and Bram went at Magnus' kid, and Magnus says, don't even think about that, he says. And pretty much Magnus says an eye for an eye. Well, yeah, an eye for an eye, he says. And he says he wants to fight Bram. But not in just the ring, all over the ring. The inside, outside, all over the ring, he says. As Mickey got in the ring, he says, it's going to be tears, she says. It's going to be tears of joy when you get your ass kicked by Magnus, she pretty much said then. And then, pretty much, Bram started talking about his, well, fiance, I believe. And Magnus came running down the ring, brawling with Bram, but Bram was able to take him out. Mickey got in the ring, was about to do something, but pretty much he said, now he said he's gonna give a sloppy kiss or whatever. But Max Saber attacked Bram and take him out of the ring then. So I guess next week's gonna be a falls count anywhere, no disqualification match, I believe. Currently was in the back talking about Bobby Lash. I guess the match is gonna be for next week. Him versus Lash for the world title. As this thing is now called Bell to Bell, they call it. James Storm then went against Jeff Hardy, which otherwise Sonata didn't help throughout the night, but Storm went against Hardy again, as pretty much it was a brawl. Well, it was a big match. Pretty much them hitting each other, weapons jumping on. I like that Super Frankenstein kind of Jeff Hardy did, like swinging back and forth on the ropes, taking him out, taking James Storm out. But it was pretty much a good match, I'll say that. Kind of crazy, hardcore match. But Jeff Hardy kind of climbed to the cage and just hang outside monkey bars. I thought he was going to do some crazy flip, but he went back and forth and back and forth, and then fell on Storm, then hitting the 1, 2, 3, winning the match. So it was I guess a good episode of TNA Impact this week. It was alright. Pretty much back in the Impact Zones. They're doing this bell to bell thing next week, for the world title. I believe it's gonna be, who else is it gonna be? I don't know. I believe it's Rude versus Young again. So a lot of things could happen next week. But I'm out here, so once again, you know it's me, HWD, coming to news reviews. Don't even know what I do. With the show, here I go. We're done with this today, and I'm done with this review of TNA. I'm out here, see you guys later. Peace.